Hi, Lois Cleland, Rethinking Home and Gold Girls Durham Meetup. I just thought I'd do a video to offer some insights from my last move from being married to a new situation which is home sharing. Of course, this happened last year, um, and typically life changes, you make a decision, but there are changes along the way that you still have to cope with and change. So what happened is I had wanted to stay in our existing home, which we had rented for a number of years because it was I could afford it, and it just didn't work out. Landlady decided to sell. So in a panic, what am I going to do? I can't afford $1,800 a month for my ideal shared living situation. So I'm panicking. What am I going to do? And thankfully, I had the opportunity to move in with family. So I had a date that was October, and actually I didn't move in until January, so I was able to move slowly because we still had commitments to the house as well. But I had a deadline. I knew the size of the place I was moving into. I was very fortunate to have a bedroom plus office sitting room. So I had square foot to work with, and how much of the furniture we had in common was going to fit. What I might have to buy that was new, that sort of thing. So I was prepared to to decide what was going to go in and get rid of all my stuff. Not that it's easy, but when you have a goal and a deadline, and for example, say square footage, what's going to fit, well, then I simply did a floor plan and I knew what I could take and not take. It didn't mean that it was easy to let go of that stuff. It's a lot of work physically, but also letting go of like memories of things. It's hard to let go of that sometimes. On the other hand, my husband um, had an apartment lined up, so a lot of the furniture was going to go there, and so he wasn't even interested in starting to declutter because his place wasn't going to be ready till I believe February. So he thought that was okay. And so he had a deadline, but he found out that in December that he wasn't going to get it, and at that point, what's he going to do? He still wasn't interested in letting stuff go, so I took my stuff and left. So the moral of that story is that it really is hard to it's hard to move. Those are big life changes. Divorce is a big life change, and it's hard to get over that. And it's hard to let go of a lot of the accumulated stuff that you've had over even those 10 years. So he ended up and is still paying about $250 a month storage. And when you're no longer have that combined income, you really have to look again about your finances and how you're going to live. I'm lucky enough now to have a part-time job. I'm so grateful for that. It's a lot of fun, and that helps a lot. But those are real issues that you have to face. Again, he doesn't have, say, an apartment like the forever home, whatever, yet to know exactly what he can take with him. But there's still a lot that can be that can be decluttered and let go of, and that again is it's just preparation for the future. It helps your finances, and again, the same thing is letting go of those old patterns and those ideas and moving on. It's not easy, so it's good to have friends and family and support, but those are real things we have to face. We have to face that, and hopefully you don't have to face everything on your own, but it's a lot of work, and yeah, it happens to all of us. You just have to say maybe yes to your future, and this is how I want to live in the future. Put that in your mind and go for it and work towards it, because you can't take everything with you. You don't want to be carrying the burdens of your old life as well as all those old files and all those old clothes and stuff. I just sort of let go and move on to your new life.